That report was by Phoebe Kong, and she joins me now from Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. Phoebe, looking at these latest infection figures coming out of China and Taiwan, is there a sense in Asia the virus is now under control?
China has reported 0 domestic infection today. This is the first time since the epidemic erupted in January. And given that if we assume the Chinese official figures are accurate, then it appears that the domestic contagion is largely under control or even nearly stopped. But there's mounting concern over a possible second wave of infection across Asia because many residents are now rushing back home from the current epicenter Europe and other Western countries. And when we look at the figures on the newly infection in the region recently, like China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, nearly all of them, all of the cases are imported from overseas. And this number is surging rapidly these days, and 34 in China today and over 20 in Taiwan and Hong Kong yesterday. So the crucial next step is to stop the spread of virus and try to prevent this from turning into a massive domestic outbreak again.
Right, so containing the virus is still the main challenge, but how are the Taiwanese people dealing with the related restrictions?
Well, Taiwan is ramping up its containment measures drastically these days, and starting from today, Taiwan bans almost all of the most of the foreigners from entry into Taiwan. And for those who are allowed to come to Taiwan, they have to be quarantined at home for 2 weeks, and people will even be fined if they lied about their travel history to the authority. So the measures are really stringent. But people in Taiwan, the local citizens, they remain understandable to these measures, and they're willing to sacrifice some of their personal liberties for a short period of time in order to contain the virus and cooperate with the government.
Right. And what are people there making of the response to the coronavirus here in Europe, which the WHO is now calling the new epicenter for the virus?
People feel that maybe the Europeans underestimate the severity of the problem, and people here around the region in Asia, they still have fresh memory about how things can worsen in a short period of time so fast, like in China just 2 months ago. So they're understandable towards the unprecedented measures taken by the European countries. And in this sense, they feel like maybe Taiwan and some other Asian countries can be a model to the West.
All right. A word of warning there from Taiwan. Phoebe Kong, thank you so much.